So let's discuss orgasms of vulva owners, because there's a few misconceptions out there, and I just want to, let's have a frank discussion on it. So number one, there's a huge misconception that all vulva owners can get off via penetration. This is not true. In fact, only 18% of vulva owners can get off via penetration alone with no other types of stimulation. This isn't spoken about in Sex Ed. We are told that all vulva owners have orgasms via sex and penetration. Not fucking true. So if you cannot have penetrative orgasms, that's okay as well, because there are 12 styles of orgasms that the female body can have. That doesn't include squirting and or ejaculation. So technically 14 different ones. So if you can't have penetrative orgasms, there is a slew of other style orgasms that you can achieve. On top of that, another massive misconception is that every vulva owner has a G-spot. And this is because of the original study, I think it was in 1957, that said that vulva owners have G-spots. That study has been recently debunked multiple times in multiple different studies. And so there is a conclusion out there that if the G-spot even exists in general, one, it's not a spot, it's an actual erogenous zone. It's not something you're just going to feel up there. It is just a space within the vaginal canal. Number two, not every single vulva owner may have a G-spot. So if you are interested in learning whether or not you have one and finding or how to discover it, go read the article that she's discussing about at www.smexed.com. It was in our April issue, and it's called "Does the G-spot Actually Exist?" Now, if someone says to me, I can't orgasm with a partner during sex and it's causing frustration, there are a few follow-up questions I will ask. Number one, are you able to orgasm by yourself with self-pleasure? Because if you cannot make yourself orgasm, it is next to near impossible to have someone else do it for you. You need to be able to know your body and be more self-aware about your body so that when you are with partners, you can say to them, hey, I like it like this. I like when you do this. Touch me here, rub me there, kiss, bite, whatever it is that you're into. And if you don't know that because you don't practice that on yourself, then how is someone else supposed to just be a mind reader? They don't. And every single person's body is different. So what gets one person off may not get another person off. So you need to be super self-aware, and you become self-aware through self-pleasure. The second question I would say is, have you been able to get off with partners in the past with sex and it's just this specific partner, or is it all partners in general? If it's all partners in general, once again, refer to number one, which is self-pleasure, learning your body so that you're able to describe and communicate what you want to your partners. Now, if you're able to get off with other partners and you're not able to get off with this partner, this is where we come into communication and actually having conversations about sex. And this is so hard and so vulnerable because everyone gets fucking defensive when it comes to sex, because sex is already a taboo topic. We're told not to talk about it. And then if we're telling someone like, I'm not really into this, or I can't get off, we always make that mean something about us as a lover, as a partner, as a whatever you want to call yourself. So we need to start having these discussions with our partners, even though they are uncomfortable and they are vulnerable. So the first thing is really discussing with your partner, if you cannot get off via penetration, in general, saying, hey, I can't get off via penetration, so we need to add extra stimulation in order to help me get off during sex. So if this is clit stimulation, which about 80 to 90% of women can get off via clit stimulation and penetration, then you could sit here and say, can you rub my clit? Can you lick my clit? Can you touch my clit? Can we bring a toy that is a clit suction toy, clit vibrator, that will help me get off during penetrative sex? The next thing is discussing with your partner what turns you on and what gets you off, and what they may be doing that does not do that. And this can happen either before or during a session. Don't be afraid to coach your partner. You can coach your partner in a supportive and empowering way that doesn't make them feel like crap. So if they are doing something and it's not feeling great, you know what you like. You are able to say, hey, can you try it this way? Or, can you do this? I really like it. Or, hey, instead of flicking, can you do circular motions? Can you slow down? Can you speed up? It is up to both partners to be able to communicate what's feeling good to them. So don't be afraid during the session to coach your partner in what is going to get you off. The next thing is to go into a sex session without the goal of having an orgasm. And I know that sounds counterproductive because everyone's like, well, we're supposed to have an orgasm during sex. Sex is meant to be a way for two people to connect intimately at a vulnerable, raw, kind of carnal level. If we put pressure on sex to achieve orgasms, what happens? We never achieve an orgasm because we get in our head so much about that orgasm that we are completely pulled out of the moment, and we are not focusing on the feeling of sex. We are focusing on all of the logistics. Sex isn't supposed to be like logical and about logistics. It's about being present in the moment and feeling all of the sensations and the stimulations and connecting with your body. So going into a session and being like, let's just go in to have fucking fun, because it's supposed to be fun. It's talking to your partner and saying, let's just play. Let's go into the next session to have fun. Let's try new things. Let's focus on just being together and being present in the moment. And if we achieve an orgasm, great. If we don't, that's okay too. There's no need to get frustrated about it. And also, it's a conversation with your partner of stop making your lack of orgasm mean something about their sexual prowess, and your orgasm shouldn't be their validation. And I know that sounds, once again, counterproductive because that's what we want. We want to give pleasure to our partners, and we get frustrated when we aren't giving pleasure to our partners. But that extra pressure of putting that pressure on you to orgasm is going to make the complete opposite happen. Because once again, you're going to get into your head. Then you're going to feel obligated to orgasm like it's some fucking performance rather than something it's supposed to be, which is just like you connecting with your body and feeling utmost pleasure. And it's also okay to take a break from sex. I wouldn't take a break being like, oh my God, we're both frustrated. This isn't going anywhere. Like, fuck sex. Like, everyone needs sex in a relationship to connect with their partner. Bottom line, right? So to be able to sit here and say, how about we take a break from sex and figure out how to connect intimately outside of the bedroom for a while. Because if you connect intimately outside of the bedroom, then you'll be able to reconnect intimately in the bedroom again, because it's going to take some of the pressure off of sex to be a performance and or an obligation and or a chore. And sex is never supposed to be a chore. It's supposed to be something that's fun and exciting and something that everybody wants to experience and enjoy. So it's also okay to just take a break to reconnect outside of the bedroom.